Palantir keeps it strong today, soaring to massive $116 per share. The community is hyped. However, skeptics shake it all up, exploiting Palantir's secret technique. Elon Musk just did the unthinkable, and Palantir might be at the center of it. What is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir just shocked everyone. Again, its stock price skyrocketed today, reaching a jaw-dropping $116 per share. Nobody saw this coming, and even now, people are struggling to wrap their heads around it. It's one of those moments where you check the chart, refresh the page, and still can't believe what you're seeing. One Twitter analyst summed it up perfectly. Guys, Palantir is actually $100+. I don't know if it's hit me yet. And honestly, that's the mood right now. It's surreal. A company that was once stuck in the mud is now absolutely flying, leaving everyone wondering, how did this even happen so fast? But then, just as fast as it shot up, Palantir's stock cooled off a bit, settling around $110 per share. Still an insane run, but that initial spike didn't hold for long. Here's the thing, though. Even with this crazy history-making move, some people are still super bearish on Palantir. And, of course, they're saying the same thing they always do. It's a massive bubble, just waiting to pop. They've been calling it overhyped for years, and even now, after this explosive rally, they're doubling down. However, some people are still bullish, with one analyst saying that it could reach as high as $400. But here's the kicker. Some people aren't just calling Palantir a bubble. They're saying it's straight-up money-grabbing. One analyst broke it down, explaining how Palantir has been raking in massive amounts of cash using a strategy that's been raising eyebrows. According to a Financial Times report, Palantir is making millions through something called the revolving door technique. Basically, it hires and rotates high-level executives in and out of government agencies, which just so happens to land them huge government contracts. However, this might not be the case. It's not outright shady, but it's definitely a way of keeping strong connections where it matters most. By having key people move between Palantir and high-level government roles in Washington and Westminster, the company keeps a steady influence on the decisions that bring in those lucrative deals. And it's been working. This strategy has allegedly been fueling Palantir's insane growth over the past few years. On top of that, Peter Thiel, Palantir's co-founder and chairman, has been a major supporter of Donald Trump, which some believe has only helped the company gain even more favor in government circles. So while Palantir's stock is making headlines, critics argue that it's not just about smart business moves. It's about knowing the right people in the right places. But wait, maybe we don't need to stress about all this. Right as the bears started piling on, one analyst quickly stepped in to set the record straight, and according to him, the skeptics just don't get it. An investor who goes by deep value investing thinks the negativity around Palantir is completely misplaced. In his words, "I believe Palantir has the strongest narrative in the US equities market today, with spectacular growth results. This is just the beginning." What sets Palantir apart? Deep Value points to its AIP platform, the secret sauce that makes the company truly different. Unlike other AI systems that sometimes hallucinate and spit out unreliable answers, Palantir's ontology-based approach actually maps out and understands an organization's unique data, workflows, and decision-making processes. In simple terms, it keeps AI grounded in reality, making it way more useful for big businesses. And here's where it gets wild. According to Deep Value, Palantir isn't just building software. It's creating programmable AI agents that could completely change how businesses operate, replacing a ton of manual work. That's next-level automation. And if it plays out the way he expects, Palantir's dominance is only getting started. His take? Short-term dips don't matter. He's keeping his strong buy rating on Palantir, believing that whatever pullbacks happen in the next few weeks will just be noise in the bigger picture. Over the next 24 months, he sees this stock going places, and no amount of skepticism is going to change that. And here's the crazy part. Remember in our last video when we talked about Donald Trump and Elon Musk's plan to dig deep into government spending? Well, things are already moving fast. Turns out, Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, aka DOGE, has already found and cut over $1 billion in federal spending. That was quick. According to reports, more than half of these cuts are hitting diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, while other savings come from slashing $30 million in digital modernization efforts and $4 million in unnecessary federal leases. And this is just the start. They're aiming to cut as much as $2 trillion from the budget. But here's where it gets even wilder. Doge is now setting its sights on even bigger spending areas, like the National Institutes of Health, the Department of Education, and the massive $842 billion defense budget. Trump himself said Musk's team is uncovering fraud, waste, and abuse everywhere, and now they're even investigating Medicare and Medicaid payments for potential fraud. And it doesn't stop there. In a move that nobody saw coming, Donald Trump just halted the production of new pennies. And yes, you read that right. A viral Twitter post summed it up. President Trump halted all production of new pennies. Looks like Elon and Trump are penny pinching. Quite frankly, I love this. We are $36 trillion in debt. Something needs to be done. This admin with Elon and Doge might be our best chance to audit the government and give future generations a chance to not be buried in debt. Think about that for a second. No more new pennies. It's a small thing, but it sends a huge message. Every single dollar matters. And this administration is making moves that no one else has dared to try. And once again, this all loops back to Palantir. If the government is getting serious about tracking every cent, cutting waste, and overhauling spending, who do you think has the tech to help make that happen? Palantir's entire business is built on data, efficiency, and uncovering hidden insights. If the Doge team really wants to dig deep and restructure how government money is managed, Palantir could end up being one of the biggest beneficiaries of this whole movement. We're witnessing something huge here. Government spending is being put under a microscope, and companies like Palantir might be perfectly positioned to capitalize on it. And this might actually be true, because guess what? Palantir was involved in making Doge happen. According to a report, at least 3 people linked to Palantir were involved in recruiting engineers for Musk's Department of Government Efficiency last year. They weren't posting job ads. They were scouting talent in chat groups, Discord servers, and private forums looking for software engineers to help slash federal spending. One of them, Anthony Janso, a former Palantir engineer, was personally recruited by Steve Davis, a top Musk ally. They pitched Doge as a once-in-a-lifetime chance to fix government inefficiency, and plenty of ex-Palantir employees jumped on board. Now, going back, if the Doge is aggressively cutting spending, Palantir could face both risks and opportunities. On one hand, budget reductions might put some of its government contracts under scrutiny, especially if they're seen as too expensive or non-essential. Since a significant portion of Palantir's revenue comes from government deals, any major cuts in defense, intelligence, or federal IT spending could pose a challenge. However, if the focus is on making government operations more efficient rather than just slashing costs indiscriminately, Palantir could actually benefit. Its AI-driven analytics platforms are designed to streamline decision-making, eliminate waste, and enhance operational efficiency, all things that would align with a government looking to modernize while cutting costs. If Elon Musk has any real influence in this initiative, that could also play to Palantir's advantage. Musk has always been a strong advocate for AI-driven automation, and if he sees Palantir as a valuable tool in that mission, the company could find itself in a stronger position rather than a weaker one. From a market perspective, investors might react with uncertainty at first, fearing that cost-cutting measures will hit Palantir's revenue. But if the company successfully positions itself as an essential efficiency solution, it could turn this into an opportunity. And when this happens, it might shock a lot of people again. And the crazy part is the $400 price prediction can easily be achievable. The key will be how the cuts are structured, whether they're just about reducing expenditures across the board, or if they involve shifting spending toward AI-powered optimization, in which case Palantir could actually gain from the shakeup. So, looking ahead, Palantir's future looks bright. The company isn't just riding hype, it's proving itself with real utility and practical use in some of the biggest sectors out there. And for investors, it all comes down to what the great Charlie Munger once said: all intelligent investment is value investment. Why would you want to buy something that wasn't worth as much as you were paying for it? That's exactly the case with Palantir. The skeptics keep calling it a bubble, but time and time again, it's proving why it's valuable. From government contracts to AI-driven solutions, and even its role in reshaping federal spending. If this company is truly rewriting the rules, then the real question isn't if Palantir is overpriced. It's whether people have fully grasped just how valuable it really is. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.